Hola estudiantes, buenos días, ¿cómo están? Espero que todo bien. Vamos a ver qué tenemos para hoy, el 26 de junio, miércoles. So this is the second day of our course, and when you come on to Canvas, it's always a good idea to check the calendar, see what's coming up. So it takes a second to load, and here we are in June. And today is the 26th, and we see that, in a week, we've got something due. And this is your introductory student video. Vamos a conocernos. So let's talk a bit more about this video assignment. So I'm going back to the main website, and I'm just going into assignments. And I see student video. Vamos a conocernos. So notice how right off the bat, there are two parts. There's 70 points for the video, one part, and there are 30 points for responses to two of your peers, 15 points each for 30 points. So two responses, two comments having reached out to two fellow students. So the video is due Monday, 7/1 by midnight. That means it needs to be uploaded by Canvas by midnight on Monday. And this is just a personal video that introduces yourself to the class. Of course, it's all in Spanish. And it's a shorty. It needs to be a minimum of 1 minute. It can be 2 minutes. If you go a little bit over, that's okay. But please don't come up short. If it's under a minute, I'm going to be tempted to take points off. And there's a rubric here under modules so that you can see exactly how I grade. So if you're interested in that, how I assign your score, you can go to modules and find the rubric for the videos. And talk about your personality. Use vocabulary from Lección 1. What's your personality like? What do you like physically? You can talk about your pets, your mascotas. You can talk about your family. You can talk about your friends. Again, physical description and personality. You can also mention where you're from, what you study at UNCW, if you have a major, una especialización o una concentración. What's your background in Spanish? Do you speak Spanish? Have you traveled to a Spanish-speaking country? Where? For what purpose? Why did you go? Do you have Spanish-speaking friends, coworkers, or family members? Add any other information that you would like to include about yourself. So here are a few pointers on content, and the grammar focus is simply adjective agreement, el tiempo presente, ser and estar, and vocabulary focus will just be from Lección 1. If you can incorporate that vocabulary, that's going to be fantastic. And again, video guidelines, it gives you the length. Use complete sentences, got to be in Spanish only. And please don't read. If you read, it's going to come off as Bora Bora, Bora boring, and you don't want that. Now, if you have little talking notes to keep you on script, that's okay. But that's different from reading word for word, right? So try to avoid that. And feel free to include photos, images, any other props that you might want to include to enhance your video. For example, you might record yourself kicking around a soccer ball and you say, me encanta jugar al fútbol. And if you've never done this kind of thing before, we've got some tutorials, again, in modules, how to upload a video file to Canvas. So you can follow that. Probably for most people, you'll just film it on your phone and then you'll upload it to Canvas, but you don't have to do it that way. There's another route. You can create a free account at YouTube and you can record your video using this free software called ScreenPal. You can just download it. It's for free. It's formerly Screencast-O-Matic. They got bought out by another company, but it's still free. Of course, they'll want you to upgrade, but you don't have to. You can get the super basic student version that's free, and that gives you 15 minutes of time that you can record, and that's more than enough for this course. So once you have your video in Screencast-O-Matic, you can edit it there and get it nice and good, exactly how you want it, and then you can upload it to your YouTube account. So once it's on your YouTube account, then you can check the privacy settings. Maybe unlisted. I typically go with public because I don't care who sees it, and I want to make sure there are no glitches. I want to make sure that everybody in the course can see it. So I typically go with public. But if you go with unlisted, as long as you include the URL and you've uploaded that to Canvas, everybody should be able to access it. So then you simply copy the link to your video once it's on YouTube, and then you can just paste it in the appropriate reply thread down here on Canvas. And so it's really easy peasy. If you get stuck, again, consult the modules over here for help, reach out to TAC, or reach out to me for help. So again, your basic videos due Monday 7/1 on Canvas by midnight, but you're not quite done, because once all the videos are up there by Monday at midnight, then you've got a day or two to check them out. And so go through them and consider which are your top 2 and reach out to those people in Spanish. And you want to reply to that video, reply to that person and say, something like, me gusta cuando Sofía baila con su perro, yo tengo perros también, da, 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 da. Or, tú eres de Charlotte, yo soy de Charlotte también, tú conoces a fulano de tal, yo también, es mi amigo. So see if you can make a connection. Try to stay positive. We don't want to be mean or negative. This is not a site to bully and beat students up. So stay positive, but that's basically it. So again, these responses to 2 of your peers, super important. There were 30 points each. Sorry, there were 30 points, 15 points each per response. So here I'm in reply. If I were ready to post my video, just so you see how it's done, I've already got it uploaded. And I just hit that to make sure I get the right one. And
do you love boating? Well, Freedom Boat Club makes boating easier than ever. At Freedom Boat Club, we buy the boats and
skip that. Okay, so I've copied my video from YouTube, and now I'm back on Canvas, and I'm ready to upload it. So I hit reply, and that brings me to this toolbar. I go down the toolbar until I find this little chain, hit the chain link, and then external link, and then hit the link, and it pasted, and then says something like, hola, soy Sean. And let's just keep it simple. So, hola, soy Sean. Okay, so let's see if it worked. Okay, looks pretty good. Let's test it out. Want to test your link always. Make sure that it works. Or wait, I got to post that reply first. Okay, now I'm up and running. And here's my link. And I always want to test it.
Thinking we start cutting carbs. I need to drop my belly
fat. You gotta pay for the croissant, so you always have to deal with the ads.
I want to drop this.
Okay, skip that sucker.
Hola compañeros, me llamo Sean.
My cousin was good enough to make this video.
Soy de la capital de Irlanda,
Agradecemos mucho.
Hablo bastante bien el español porque mi madre es española, pero no tengo buena idea de la gramática. Y por eso estoy en esta clase.
Now notice how he talks about his background, his level of Spanish, that his mother's Spanish, he's got issues with his grammar. That's why he's in this course.
Pues los
talks about what he studies.
Y también
so everything's looking really good. And at one point, he gets real clever. He describes himself, his personality, and then somewhere in the middle he pivots a little bit, and he brings out his mascotas for fun.
Aquí tenemos a Atticus. Es un Westie, como pueden ver, es blanco.
Does a good job describing
tiene
them.
Los ojos color café.
Es blanco.
Su personalidad es un poco como un abuelo. Es un poco como un viejo. Muchas veces se pone de mal humor. Otras veces se comporta como un payaso. Es bastante juguetón, pero se está haciendo un poco viejo. Es muy simpático a fin de cuentas, ¿no? A veces huele, pero es su raza, ¿no? Entonces tengo otra.
Hey,
cuidado.
Otra, grande, fuerte.
Se llama Julia, no sé si pueden verla. Es muy activa. Es una labradora. No sé si pueden ver. ¿Qué dices, Julia? ¿Quieres decir hola? Hola, es amarilla.
Oh.
Es grande, es fuerte. Y es bastante mala, es muy traviesa. quiere saberlo todo, se mete en todo. Pero a ella le gusta la caza. Le gusta ir de cacería al bosque.
Hunting.
Y sobre todo le gusta perseguir a las ardillas.
Squirrels.
Entonces, aquí estamos en mi casa y me alegro mucho de estar con ustedes en esta clase. Hasta luego.
Okay, well, Sean's video went a little long, but that's okay. Again, if you go a little bit over, fine. If you come under, that's not so good. So his was about 3 minutes, so it went a little bit long, but that's okay. And so I liked this video, so I wanted to reply, and I'll just say something like, Hola, Sean. ¿Te gustan tus perros? No tengo perros, pero let's see if I can access my stress marks. Pero tengo gatos. Tengo 5 gatos en casa. Son todos muy buenos y muy juguetones. They like to play. Luego, and sign off Jorge. Right? So, hola Sean, me gustan tus perros. Yo no tengo perros, pero tengo gatos. Tengo 5 gatos en casa, son todos muy buenos y muy juguetones. Hasta luego, Jorge. Oh, okay. So, post reply. So that's one of my replies. So that's how it's done. Main video, and then someone else will see your video and hopefully post it. You look at somebody else's video, and then you post a comment in Spanish. Bueno, es todo por ahora. Si tienen alguna pregunta, por favor, pónganse en contacto conmigo. Si no, feliz estudio, feliz día y nos vemos muy pronto. Hasta luego.